The midnight knock. Every night, at exactly midnight, Sam heard the knock. It started 2 weeks ago, faint at first. He dismissed it as his mind playing tricks, or maybe just the wind rattling the old wood of his front door. But night after night, the knock grew louder, clearer. 3 sharp raps at the exact same time, 12 a.m. on the dot. At first, he'd check. He'd get out of bed, shuffle to the door, and peer through the peephole. But there was never anyone there. Just the empty porch bathed in moonlight, a stillness so thick it made the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. Nothing. Sam started locking the doors earlier, turning on the porch lights, and even checking the security cameras he'd installed. But the cameras? They showed nothing. No movement. No shadows. No figures. Just those 3 unmistakable knocks. Soon, paranoia crept into his days. He was distracted at work, barely slept, and when midnight approached, he found himself staring at the clock, bracing for that sound. Bang, bang, bang. Last night had been different, though. After the knock, there was a whisper, a faint, chilling voice on the other side of the door. He couldn't make out the words, but it was there, softly calling out from the darkness. That was enough to make him stop checking altogether. He hadn't slept since. Tonight, Sam sat in the living room, lights dimmed, eyes glued to the front door. The clock on the wall ticked, counting down to midnight. His heart pounded in his chest, sweat beading on his forehead. 11:59. He gripped the arms of the chair, his eyes wide, breathing shallow. The house was silent, suffocatingly so, and he waited. Waited for the inevitable. Then, the clock struck 12. Bang, bang, bang. This time, the knocks reverberated through the house, louder than ever. Sam shot up from his chair, adrenaline surging through his veins. But this time, instead of staying put, he found himself walking toward the door, drawn to it like a moth to flame. His hand shook as he reached for the knob. He paused, holding his breath. Maybe it was just a prank. Maybe it was all in his head. Bang, bang, bang. A chill ran down his spine as the knocks came again, more insistent now. His mind screamed to turn away, but something deeper, darker, urged him forward. He unlocked the door and pulled it open. Nothing. Just the cold night air and the faint rustle of the wind. He let out a shaky breath, half relieved, half terrified. But as he stepped back inside, something caught his eye. On the floor, just inside the doorway, was a single piece of paper, folded neatly. He knelt down and picked it up, hands trembling as he unfolded it. 3 words were scrawled in sharp, jagged handwriting. Open the door. Suddenly, a gust of cold wind slammed the door shut behind him, making him jump. He spun around, heart pounding in his chest, but what he saw next froze him in place. Standing in front of the door, Where moments ago there had been nothing, was a figure. Tall, shadowy, its face obscured by darkness. But its eyes, as glowing red and fixed on him, pierced through the shadows. Sam's throat went dry as the figure raised a hand and knocked, slowly, deliberately, 3 times on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Before Sam could scream, the figure stepped forward and whispered, "You finally opened the door." And everything went black. What would you do if you heard a knock at midnight? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more chilling stories like this.